We still have that Khanna thing? Is that, yeah, let's play that. This is good. I mean, again, this is the other part of that, right? We're going to see some, there seems to be a genuine commitment by the Democrats across the board to make drug prices lower and to impose more restrictions on it. The problem is that this is already becoming a trade-off for Medicare for all. But here is Khanna making the same argument. We heard this last week, I feel like, too, right? Who was arguing? Oh, it was AOC. Made the same argument. Like, you have socialized the cost of development and privatized the profits. And basically, we're all sitting here and we're all like angel investors, except for you're not giving us any returns.
My colleague, Representative Comer, said earlier today that he's concerned that government would have more of a role in medicine. And his concern is that if government has more of a role in medicine, it may hurt, as he put it, our innovation. My colleague, if he cares about innovation, should actually be cheering for government to have a bigger role. I know you're familiar with the study that shows that between 2010 and 2016, of every drug, all 210 drugs that were approved by the FDA were funded by the NIH or public money. Would it be fair to say that most of the foundational research is being done with public dollars, and that, I mean, this is just sort of common sense. If you know the people who go do their MD, PhDs and want to win Nobel Prizes, they tend to go to universities, not becoming general counsels or vice presidents at pharmaceutical companies. I mean, is that not your experience?
Yes, and I think that's happening more and more. It used to be the case that a lot of large pharmaceutical companies had really big research arms, but in recent years, a lot of those companies have divested from those research arms and instead are looking for the research that's coming out of the academic settings. And I want to also bring back to what other people have said earlier in this hearing about the need for a financial incentive. And actually, a lot of these people at Harvard and at Johns Hopkins, a lot of these scientists go to work every day, and their incentive is to try to cure disease and to make people better and to progress and to develop the progress of science. And they're not thinking about whether or not they can become a billionaire or whatever, right, because of that. That's the incentive.
What an odd concept, right? I mean, like members of Congress. I mean, don't you think here most people would think they don't want to make just $1 billion? They're in it for the public good. What an odd concept that someone else may have a similar view.
Yeah, I got some questions about a lot of those Congress people, but in general, I agree with that concept that he's talking about. And, that came out of that same hearing that AOC was at. And it's this is the benefit of having the Democrats control the House and having some genuine lefties in the Democratic caucus, ones that attract media attention. Because these narratives are going to keep getting out there in a way that we haven't seen in decades. All right, I got time for one more.